Hang on. It's, uh, There's just a very big delay. I think we are back online. Yeah, we're back online. Sorry about that, guys. Little bit of technical difficulties. Hello, guys, and welcome back to another AMA session with Biconomy Exchange. Today we'll be joined by one of our newly listed coins. But before we introduce them, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Nathaniel, and I will be your host for today. Just a quick reminder, guys, before we start, you can check out our previous episodes on our AMA sessions just by clicking on our YouTube channel. Our aim with this platform is to provide you with valuable information for your economy journey. And also I'd like to remind you guys that before you invest in any of the tokens listed on our platform, please do your research and also do your research before using any of the trading functions. So let's get into this. Today I'll be joined by Sam, and he will be representing Hoge. So hello Sam, how are you doing today?
Hey, what's going on, man? Doing pretty good.
How is it over in America? You're America, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sweating just like the rest of the world. I think it was 95 over here today.
Okay. So just to start off with, Sam, could you introduce yourself and how you got into the world involved with crypto?
Yeah, definitely. What's going on, everyone? My name's Sam. I represent Hoge Finance. I go by Jersey Racks on social media, Reddit, Telegram, and Discord. Married with 2 kids. I have a 3.5-year-old girl and 18-month boy that keep me super entertained and very tired. I have 10 years sales experience managing teams and bringing new ideas to the table to help further develop different experiences. But I've always been an idea guy, and now I can officially call myself an inventor. I got pretty bored over COVID. I had a lot of free time from work that I actually reinvented the hanger, and it's called Jersey Racks. So a little selfish plug. If you're into sports, go to jerseyracks.com and check it out. Pretty cool little product. But what attracted me to crypto? I had 2 cousins that were all they talked about was crypto, and this was back in 2013 when they were playing poker for Bitcoin. And I ignored it. I wasn't didn't even consider crypto at all. And then I downloaded TikTok in 2021, and I found a video on Hoge that changed my life. Well, I'm not kidding. Like a coin that is decreasing in value in token count every day, and I get more for just holding it, and they can never make more of them ever. Like that just made so much sense to me that I started deep diving it, trying to figure out how to buy Hoge was made me feel like I was ahead of everyone in the world. I had to get an exchange, build a wallet, transfer the money, figure out slippage and gas pricing and all that. And I got addicted. I'm not gonna lie, I love it. It's all I talk about. And now I'm pretty having a lot of fun with Hoge.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people, other people at the project do too. Could you just tell us a little bit about your personal position at Hoge and what does your day-to-day look like there?
Yeah, definitely. So Hoge is very different than other cryptos, so you're gonna have to bear with me. I have to explain a little bit about Hoge for you to understand how I got into my position today. If you would have told me I would be on the leadership team of a $15 million crypto brand a year ago, I would have thought you were insane. But the unique thing about Hoge is that everyone working on this project is a volunteer, doing it for the love of Hoge and what it stands for. No one gets paid to work for Hoge. Currently, there is no dev wallet tax. There is no marketing wallet tax, which means people are working based on pure passion and personal drive to bring their own value to the token. Personally, for myself, I got in March. Hoge launched in February. From March till November, I was simply retweeting, commenting on tweets, participating on the Reddit and the Discord, and pretty much just telling every friend and family I know about it. I've gotten 42 friends and family into Hoge. But I saw a major flaw with how Hoge was getting its information out. And every Friday they do a wrap-up report. So one Friday in November, I requested to speak, and I said, hey guys, I'm going to be bringing that vibe to TikTok for Hoge. I'm going to make easy, shareable, like fun videos for people to share. The head of marketing reached out to me. He's like, hey, do you want to bring that energy to the wrap-up reports and join me? And since December, I've done the wrap-up reports every Friday. Fast forward to today, and I'm an elected member of the Hoge leadership team, which consists of 6 members. This leadership team stepped up to help organize and bring structure to what the Hoge brand was creating. Hoge is an open source brand that allows anyone to create anything they want to bring value to the token. What started happening as Hoge ecosystem projects were maturing, the community wasn't really sure who was there to support Hoge and who was there to build their own community off of the Hoge community. And there was really no clarity for the community there was no guidelines. Anything flew, and it's still like that. Basically, anyone can build anything they want. But this community leadership structure was put to a community DAO vote along with a Hoge constitution to which we are governed by. So basically, me and the other leadership members are there to present accurate information and updates, and more importantly, action the wishes of the community. All major decisions that involve Hoge must go to a community DAO vote. We've already had 3 successful community DAO votes as a community. And this gives exchanges like yourself and other potential partnerships a front-facing team that they can contact and advance their ideas with. I'm also on the Hoge marketing team. I do the Friday wrap-up reports every week, like I said, with 2 other guys. I run the official Hoge merch store right here out of my house. Get some pretty Hoge shirts. And I manage the Hoge TikTok. So
you sound like the best employee, Sam. One of the best employees.
Yeah, my paycheck is this right now, so it's very nice to do. Yeah. And it's really just fun and entertaining. And I never thought I would be doing this, which is mind-blowing. Yeah. But I love it. And anybody can do this. Anyone can step up for Hoge and do this. It's like the best part.
You sort of touched upon the infrastructure of Hoge, but would you actually present the project itself and sort of what value it offers the crypto industry?
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, where do I start? Hoge launched on February 7th of 2021. If you're in crypto, most people have heard the name Hoge, but very little actually know what we have built. Hoge really gets lumped together with all the other meme tokens because there's a million of them out there, but it's far superior than a meme token. Is actually truly legit project that is built like nothing else in my mind. The most important thing people need to understand is Hoge has no wasted or fake taxes that go to a dev wallet or a marketing wallet or anything like that. Everything that has been accomplished for Hoge so far has been through volunteers volunteering their time to build it and community donations. Hoge has a $0 budget and has pumped to a $300 million market cap 3 times simply by word of mouth, which means it's driven by pure passion. But the first thing that really draws you into Hoge is its super simple tokenomics. Hoge is an ERC20 token. When it launched, it was the fastest growing ERC20 token in the history of Ethereum. But the beauty behind the tokenomics is it's just simple 2% transaction tax that gets spread to every holder holding Hoge in a wallet. Hoge launched with 1 trillion tokens, but the very first action of the smart contract was to burn half of its supply. So it instantly created a 1% burn and a 1% redistribution tax. Hoge is now 18 months old and has burned through another 10% of its total supply, leaving it with under 40% of its total supply, and that number of tokens is decreasing every day forever. So currently there's a 1.2% of each transaction is burned, and 0.8% of the transaction is spread to all the wallets holding Hoge, proportionate to the amount of Hoge that you hold. So you get more just for holding it, but there's less and less every day. But the real competitive advantage Hoge holders are excited about is for when crypto regulation comes out. Because of the way Hoge was launched, without any token allocation to the creators, no preloaded project wallets, no whitelist, no team taxes added to the smart contract, everyone had to buy in on launch. Well, 3 days after Hoge launched, the creators abandoned the project completely and were no longer involved. Hoge is basically the Bitcoin of memes. And I don't just say that. It was so unique in its launch that Hoge was the first meme token to receive an audit from CertTech, but it's also received 2 legal opinions, one from a U.S. attorney stating Hoge is not a security. The legal opinion was strong enough that it allowed Gate.io to allow U.S. trading for Hoge back in May of 2021. So the one major competitive advantage is we believe Hoge can withstand crypto regulation when that comes out in the near future.
That's brilliant. You've sort of like touched upon the history and the background of Hoge there. But moving forward, would you be able to talk about some of the developments that you guys have in store from now and for the next few years?
Yeah, definitely. One of the coolest things, anyone can build whatever value they want to Hoge. You can use the Hoge token as a utility token for your platform. You can use the logo in your artwork. You can promote the brand in any way you want. The tech stack Hoge has been able to put together on a $0 budget, is absolutely mind-blowing. But first, let me touch on the biggest development to date. We just had our third successful community DAO vote where the community voted to renounce the Hoge smart contract. So when we got our audit back from CertTech, everything in the contract is rock solid because nothing can be changed. But we have 3 people on the multi-sig smart contract, and their only power is to exclude wallets from receiving redistribution. Every wallet that gets excluded, though, increases gas per transaction forever. So we had 7 wallets that were excluded because we thought exchanges needed to be excluded, which caused every transaction to have 57% more gas per transaction. Well, we knew that was a problem. We talked to every exchange we had partnered with, and we got them all re-included. Now Hoge is as cheap as any other ERC20 token to transact with, but this third DAO vote was to renounce the Hoge contract, which means the key holders sent their keys to a dead wallet if the community voted it that way. Well, we had our biggest turnout for the DAO vote we've ever had, and it was 100% vote to renounce.
Yeah, which is like, great news.
It's amazing, right? So now Hoge's smart contract is unchangeable and is just a thing that's floating out there in the world, like Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
Not joke, but that development cannot be understated how important that is. And that was like I said, with CertTech, they had said that was not a major concern, but super user risk was a concern, and a lot of top tier exchanges we were talking to, they treated that as a major concern as well, because if those 3 key holders wanted to exclude 100 wallets, that gas would be untradeable and no one would use Hoge. Yeah. But because we got rid of that, now we're as powerful as possible. But I would say the number one goal we are focused on moving forward is growing our ecosystem and establishing and creating a budget. Our second community DAO vote was to vote in ecosystem bylaws to provide projects an easy, structured way to apply, while also giving clarity to the community on which projects want to be considered part of Hoge and which projects don't. So we believe being a member of the Hoge ecosystem will come with some really nice benefits, both monetary and in the form of community growth. While we wait for the crypto market to turn around and our ecosystems to mature, we currently do not have a budget built up yet. But again, the cool thing about Hoge, things can change very, very fast. At any moment, a friendly whale paying attention and sees the value in what Hoge is building can donate $25K or more. Wink, wink. Give us a huge head start. Yeah.
Well, hopefully we can get that from this as well, Sam. You said there about touching upon the ecosystem there. Would you be about to explain what your ecosystem provides to project and community members?
Yeah, definitely. This question alone could take me 20 minutes to answer, so I'll try and fly through some of my favorite projects and platforms Hoge has in the works, and some that are already launched. What's coming in August is we are launching the Hoge Bits NFT collection, which is a 10,000 piece collection that will act as your access key to the brand new Hoge arcade and gaming site, where you can compete in a month-long speed trial tournament with prizes and giveaways. We also have just built the land of Hoge in NFT worlds. We had major plans to mean business in this place. We were going to gamify it and do all this crazy stuff, and then Microsoft decided they hate NFTs all of a sudden. So we'll see how that goes. You can still go there and play in it, but we can't add NFTs to it yet until that gets figured out. One of our community members just launched the Hoge NFT marketplace. It's called own.studio, which allows you to completely own your smart contract. So you can create your own smart contract and do it all. It's an easy step-by-step guide on the website. I was shocked at how easy it was to create one. So you can definitely check that out. Another ecosystem project we have is called Vault Sale, which is a full-service token launching platform that can build whatever you need for your project from start to finish. Websites, whitelist, anything as far as a token might need, they can build it for you, help you launch it, and they donated 5% of their supply back to Hoge, giving us a budget, which is pretty cool. We also have HogeSwapBSC.com, which is a token swapping platform. We have Hoge Music, so you gotta listen to these tracks. They're pretty bad.
Well, hopefully they're cool tracks.
You listen to them, right? The Hoge stuff, I get a little shout out in there.
Yeah.
But that was going to be at Music Mountain. You were going to have some pretty crazy stuff in NFT worlds with that. But 6 cool tracks. We're going to launch a whole album by the end of December, and then there should be a live concert in Q1 of next year. And then we also have the official Hoge merch store, which you can check out at Hoge.store. But I have to deep dive these next two platforms. So Hoge has a member of our leadership team that goes by Rory, Rorih. By the end of this Hoge journey, I think everyone in crypto will know this guy's name, but he's an absolute DeFi mastermind and has already launched 2 platforms. So he got tired of seeing bots sandwiching buys on Uniswap, so he created OptiSwap.pro. And he got tired of seeing exchanges getting hacked and freezing holders' funds, so he created OTCSwap.pro. The first one, OptiSwap.pro, is an improved front end for Uniswap version 2 pools. So any token that has a tax-on transfer like Hoge does cannot use the Uniswap version 3 pools. They are stuck using the version 2 pools, which means you have to set your own slippage. You got to anticipate for gas, and more likely your buys and sells are going to be front run by a bot if you don't have that perfect slippage or that right timing. Well, by using OptiSwap.pro to make your buys and sells, your orders cannot be front run by bots because it optimizes your slippage for you perfectly at that moment.
Yeah.
And so your buys can't get sandwiched, and it anticipates for the ETH gas fee, so you don't have to save ETH because you're not sure of what that gas fee is going to be. So the cool thing about OptiSwap.pro, it can list any token that's tradable on Uniswap. If your token has a tax, you're going to save your community money. They're going to get more tokens on every buy and every sell by using OptiSwap.pro versus Uniswap version 2 pools. But OptiSwap.pro just launched its product called Group Buys. I don't know if you've heard of this yet, but it's the buzz in the industry. I'm kidding. But it's a fun, creative way to pump your token using community, teamwork, and it solves the problem of who goes first and who goes last. You always see those messages on Reddit. Guys, if we all buy on Friday at 1 o'clock, we can pump the token together. Who's with me? But seriously, how does that work? Who goes first? Who goes last? Does anyone follow through? Well, group buys were created by Rory. So the Hoge community has had 3 successful group buys go through already. I'm going to use the most exciting one as the example here. So we had a group buy of 17.76 ETH by the 4th of July. So that was just celebrating American independence of the year 1776 by the 4th of July. But watching that progress bar fill up, not knowing if it was going to go through or not. But the most exciting thing is that with 4 hours left in the deadline, it went through. So basically how a group buy works, someone proposes an exact amount to buy on an exact date. Anyone can visit OptiSwap.pro and contribute however much ETH to that goal that they want. If that goal is met before the deadline, that buy order goes through and everyone involved in that group buy is buying Hoge at the exact same purchase price. You're splitting the gas, you're splitting the price impact, you're splitting everything, but you're contributing to a pump. That one buy of 17.76 ETH pumped Hoge 35% as soon as it went through. Wow. So it created a bunch of arbitrage because Hoge is on 5 change to get back to that price and create a bunch of volume, which is just, pretty awesome. So once that buy goes through, you go back to OptiSwap.pro and then you claim the amount of Hoge equivalent to the amount of ETH that you contributed. If that buy order does not go through by the deadline, then you just go back and reclaim your ETH. So there's really no negative to it, which is pretty cool. If that sounds interesting to you, we have an active group buy going on right now of 8.4 ETH by August 4th that anyone can contribute to. So the cool thing about that 17.76 ETH, we had 21 people participate in that. So imagine 100 people. Like they did the math. 1,000, right? So they did the math for Hoge. It would need 400 ETH in one buy to pump us to all-time high.
Yeah.
How mind-blowing is that?
It is very crazy.
About 500K in one buy would get us to all-time high and cause all that arbitrage.
Yeah, I was just wrapping my head around the ecosystem there, the complexity of it. It was very interesting angle to come from, especially for your community. But how would, from a project standpoint, how would a project become a member of the Hoge community?
Yeah.
Hoge ecosystem, sorry, so to speak.
Yeah, so the Hoge, I just want to talk about one other platform that they launched.
Okay.
So with that OptiSwap Pro, he's also launched something called Group LP, which is a way of creating LP for a token through like a group of small bags. You don't have to be, whales normally do the group of the liquidity pools. Well, you can pull it together and create your own LP as a community, which is pretty cool. But the second thing that he's launched is called OTCSwap.pro, which is a peer-to-peer exchange that removes the third-party exchange risk and also removes the price impact that occurs with normal liquidity pools. This is truly like a DeFi initiative that he deems the exchange killer. No offense, right? But there's a lot of stress with exchanges, taking your money, holding your money, going out of business, getting hacked. So it's created a wallet-to-wallet exchange where you get the same, what's it called, like feeling of an exchange without the risk. You're just buying from another guy's wallet, and you're cutting your gas fees down by 40% because it's a transfer. It's not a swap, which is pretty cool. But how does a token get into the Hoge ecosystem?
Yeah, I apologize for cutting you off as well for that.
No, I was flowing. You're good. You got it once in a while because I'll just talk forever.
Yeah.
But also something a little, it's not out there yet, but for OTCSwap.pro, he's about to launch something called the Permanent Pump Token, which is the OTC swap version of a liquidity token. And I'm just going to read this word for word so I don't mess it up. It's a tokenized, perpetual, double-sided liquidity position designed to make any pump a permanent pump. I'm not going to get into the whole post or the details about it, but if you're interested in that, you can go to our Reddit page and learn more. That should be out in a couple weeks. But yeah, so our second community DAO vote was to establish ecosystem bylaws. So
Okay.
the cool thing about Hoge is we are completely open source. That means anyone can build anything they want. You can use the logo, you can use the brand. You can't like use the logo to launch a new token or anything. You can't use it for illegal stuff. But if you have an idea and you want to build something with it, like you're allowed to do that. The problem with that is people can do that, but not actually benefit Hoge or give anything back to Hoge or just provide the community with information. So we wrote up a very easy, simple application process that projects can fill out on our website and apply to. All we ask is for them to give us the people that are in charge of the project, that are like the head of it, what they are bringing to Hoge, the value adds, and it's not there to say no to a project. It's there to give clarity to the community that this company or this product or platform wants to participate in the ecosystem. They plan on bringing some type of value to us. So it's just there to give clarity and form structure in a way.
So then you extract that information from projects, and then you put that into you give it to Hoge's community, and they decide whether to onboard the project or not. Is that how it works?
So they get to vote it in if they believe that's it's not, you don't want to apply if you're in the idea phase. That's not the point of it. It's like if it's established or you have it almost there. We believe the Hoge ecosystem is going to come with an insane amount of benefits, like community growth. You can use, if you have a token, you can use our two swap platforms, OTC swap. You can participate in group buys. You can do, launch an NFT platform with our. So it's all going to work as a unit, and all of these platforms are donating a portion of their fees back to Hoge, which creates a budget. And that budget is then can be voted on and reinvested into marketing, paying devs, charity, basically whatever we want once we have a budget. But the problem is we don't have a budget. So nobody knows about this and nobody hears about it if you're not paying attention and following along. But yeah, that's
to a lot of fun benefits for everyone involved.
So in alignment with that, Sam, what do you project?
I can't hear you. I don't know if you can hear me, but I think you're muted.
Oh, sorry about that. Can you hear me? Oh yeah, sorry about that. Sorry. Another technical difficulty there. But in alignment with that, Sam, would you be able to describe what your project and why is your project needed by the world in the world of the crypto industry? Sorry.
No, for sure. And again,
that question is
why people in the Hoge community are so passionate about Hoge. A lot of cryptos are trying to be like new world-changing technology. And don't get me wrong, I do believe a lot of these concepts and tokens will achieve their goals and be a huge upgrade to our current outdated, slow-moving, bullshit. I don't want to go too in depth in that, but it needs to get fixed. And I do think a lot of that technology will get there. But the beautiful thing about Hoge is you're not betting on a technology that needs to be adopted or a technology that can fail. Yes, Hoge is on a blockchain. If blockchain technology isn't a thing, then no crypto is going to be a thing. We know that, right? But Hoge, you're betting on this tiny little beautiful smart contract that cannot be changed and a brand that allows anybody to do and build whatever they want. If you have an idea or a concept that you want to bring to the world, you have an established community. All the Hoge tokens are owned. So there's, whatever liquidity is out there is provided by the community, which is pretty cool. And it's decreasing, so there's less and less every day. But, you got a token that is decreasing every day, rewards you for holding it every day. You get more and more Hoge, which is amazing. There's nobody that can control it. No one able to make changes to it. We do have an elected leadership team, but they are governed by a constitution that puts any real decisions back into the hands of the community to be voted on. Hoge basically offers a place where creators can come and launch an idea or a platform with an already established and loyal community with very easy, understandable, value creating tokenomics. As a new project, it's very hard to build a community, start and launch that new project from scratch. Hoge is being built to foster creators that are driven and passionate about DeFi and what it stands for. I mean, look, people are doubting what Bitcoin is still, right? So nothing in crypto is predetermined. And if you believe that DeFi is going to be a major part of crypto in the future, Hoge is just a fun brand that allows anybody to do what they want. We have an extremely passionate community that will spread your news for you. Once we have a budget and we can actually pay to do that, it's going to be pretty exciting.
And like I've been speaking to you guys for the last few weeks, and I know how passionate you guys are about the actual project itself, and how passionate you are with the vision of its development. But what is your personal vision for Hoge? What is your personal aspirations for Hoge?
Oh man, I'm gonna be a legend. If the Hoge does what I think it's gonna do, I'm gonna be a legend around town, man. I'm gonna
legend in New Jersey, yeah.
It's gonna be awesome. It's all I talk about. But now honestly though, my dream is that everyone gets to hear this information and learn about Hoge and how different and unique of a project and brand it really is. Like if Hoge ever becomes a household name like Doge or Shiba, like they are right now, it's going to be here forever because of its tokenomics.
Yeah.
Its tokenomics is far superior than Doge. Doge mints 14.8 million tokens every single day. Shiba is just a walking security with a quadrillion, token count supply that's held up by like 3 guys that own 60% or whatever. But the reason I think it will become a household name is because it's open source and allows anyone to use it for their utility token or, in another way to bring value to Hoge. Like just imagine having 50 or 200 developers building on a single token's utility, pumping their own brand, like exactly what XRP is. Anybody, if that does what it's supposed to do, you got 1,000 different people using it, right? I'm not saying, we're moving money, but that's not the point of Hoge. Like an example, let's say I had a group of friends that have a small marketing company and they want to prove to their clients their skills. They could use Hoge as their proof of work, put in their own time and market Hoge into $1 billion brand. Or a group of gamers that hang out every night that like coding and Web3. They want to build a game based around the brand Hoge or like the token. And now they just entered the Web3 and they got their own little company that they can show off when talking to other clients. Or just a bunch of NFT artists that want to sell their NFTs through Hoge, knowing that it's a decreasing token supply and you get more for holding it, so it's going to make your NFTs worth more down the road. I mean, I really just see Hoge becoming a global brand where creators come to build their dream projects. Things are being launched with Hoge all the time, and like I said, you get more just for holding it, so it's the easiest thing to hold possible if you believe in the future of crypto. Like seriously, if you believe in the future of crypto and Ethereum especially, or just what crypto and DeFi represents, it's really like the easiest hold. It could only take one ecosystem project to take off or to have like $1 million budget to get their name out there to make Hoge go back to its all-time high. Imagine 10 things doing that, right? Like that's the beauty of this. So as you can tell, I'm insanely excited for what the future holds for Hoge, and what it can become.
Definitely, I think Hoge is an amazing project. It provides a creative space for projects and for investors. But touching up at the end, and I'd like to finish off is what goals do you have with the Hoge community and the community of Biconomy Exchange?
Yeah, I just want to say, thank you for listening up and allowing me to come on and discuss this to your community. Yeah, I can tell Biconomy is making the right move in this fair market. I just saw your product, Biconomy Earn, which is pretty cool. But I think we're going to have a fun partnership and grow together, which is pretty nice. But if you have found any of what I said interesting so far, are you getting feedback on my mic?
I can't hear you right now. No. Have you muted yourself, or?
Is that on my end?
Here we go. Now I can hear you. You can hear me. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know what was there. Yeah.
Did you hear any of what I said?
No, I didn't actually. Sorry. Go back.
No, you're good. You're good. So I just want to say a huge thank you for letting me come on and discuss this to your community. Hoge is a very unique project. It doesn't have a budget, but the building is happening. Like the tech stack we're about to launch, like it'll come out in the next week. You'll see everything listed, which is pretty awesome. But I can tell like this Biconomy exchange is growing really quickly, and I think this partnership is going to be huge, growing in the future. But if you have found any of what I said interesting so far, and you want to start following along, you can listen to the Friday wrap reports on our official Hoge Twitter page. Every week we do them at Friday at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So in about an hour and 20 minutes, we'll be doing another one. They're recorded for the whole month, so you can go back and listen to whatever you want. But it's a very fun, entertaining show. We go over all the updates throughout the whole week and news and everything. But if you're not into listening to stuff, then check out the Hoge Reddit. The Hoge Reddit is by far the best place to get your information or your questions answered. A lot of really detailed posts go up there. We have a very active community, and also in Telegram. But Telegram is like the well, you're probably familiar with Telegram, right?
It's like the
dark. Like
yeah.
Let's go.
You did
that. But my biggest ask is if you have that itch or that drive in the back of your mind to get involved in the Web3 and crypto, this is what Hoge is built for. Yeah. We joke that Hoge stands for helping others gain entry, because we are truly a community-built project. The hardest thing is getting out of your comfort zone and starting something new. But I can tell you from experience, once you start, it really is so much fun, and you will learn so much along the way. With Hoge, you can build the community you want around you, and that's why it's special.
Well, Sam, we're very excited to have you guys on Biconomy Exchange. Also, like, we share the exact same excitement for you guys' projects. But touching on the questions, that's us done for today. But now it's time to go to the community. Let's go to the live stream and see what these guys have asked for us. As you guys know, Hoge has very kindly put out 1 million of their native token, and also offered out 2 NFTs. Which was for retweets of questions. So bear with me, I'm just going to go through these questions.
Yep.
So here.
I also make Hoge wall mounts if anybody wants them.
Let me just see. What did you say then? Sorry?
No, I said I also make these Hoge wall mounts behind me.
It's Piers. So we have a question from Carrie Misk. Forgive me for the pronunciation. Carrie Misk 212. How many employees altogether work at the project? I know you said there's 6 in the leadership team, but how many altogether?
Oh man, so again, Hoge being so different of a project, there's nobody on a payroll, there's nobody paid, it's completely volunteered work. Like, some people will step up, do something for a month, like really nail that thing, and then they'll come back in 5 months ready for the next thing. It doesn't mean they're working the whole time, but we have a dedicated group, like, besides the people that retweet, make content, media, gifts, like, we have the best memes in the game, but like, there's 12 of us in a group chat that, like, you know, we're very focused on leadership and organization and just like gathering the news and getting people in contact with people. So if you have an idea and we think this guy worked good, like we can get people together. We really, really work off of suggestions and feedback. Like the community is good. They'll tell us what they want, what they don't want, what they like, what they don't like. And that really helps. We're all learning on the fly. Like this is like the leadership team is 2 guys in London. We got California, we got Oregon, New Jersey. Like we're all over the world. And we just came together in a group, put our minds together, and now it's getting established that way. So there's no set number of people. If you count all the ecosystem projects, I'd say over 100. Like,
wow. Yeah.
Just Vault alone has like 9 people that work on it. Own Studio has 3, I think 3 or 4. I didn't even bring up the Hoge multi-DAO. I don't know why I don't even bring up that one, but that's another
Feel free,
day.
bring it up.
So one of the big things like Hoge, that you might get that question, but
yeah.
so we're not talking about that.
Okay. So hopefully Karamesh answers your question. We have one from Omar Farouk 97. He says, what is the benefit of investing in Hoge?
Yeah, so the benefit of investing in Hoge, like I said, there is no technology that can fail. You're betting on tokenomics and community. And you saw what Doge did from one tweet. Like literally, Doge did that because of one tweet. If you don't think Hoge is going to get an Ashton Kutcher or a Mark Cuban on him with what we're building and what we stand for and truly being DeFi, like there is nothing more DeFi possible, I think. Community DAO votes, like no one's controlling, no smart contract control. The benefit of that, you get more for buying it. So if you buy it, you're going to get more Hoge every day. There's less and less of it every day. And at any moment, someone can launch something that makes it go nuts.
Yeah.
400 ETH gets us to all-time high in one buy. Just keep that in mind. 200x.
Also got written down here, just write his name down. We have from Boo Baloo.
I love that guy.
Boo Baloo. How is Hoge going to dethrone Doge and Shiba?
Oh, basically, so I got a whole approach in my mind how I'm gonna attack it. I got this whole Ashton Kutcher series coming out that I'm just gonna be like, dropping little nuggets here and there because I know that guy knows how to invest and he believes in like the right kind of stuff. But I do think it'll be someone like that, like with our messaging and like what we're trying to build, we're gonna get seen. We're going to get seen by someone, and someone's going to tweet it. And with our superior tokenomics and there being such little out there, like with this dip, Hoge has grown such loyal and dedicated whales. It may not show on 50K volume a day, like people day trading it, but if you got $500 million or $500,000 volume a day and like the holders aren't selling, like it can move very, very quickly, and I do think we're going to hit all-time high by the end of this year. I'm not, no financial advice. Like this is pure my brain and passion and like everything that we're building towards. But it does not take much to get us there. And Boobaloo, we got this, baby.
Guys, do you also? Does anyone else want to ask me a few more questions? We've got two more questions open. As it is 1 million being given out, it's 200k per question. So, let me just look through right now. PS4 Slim has asked, when does trading start? When does trading start?
On Biconomy?
Biconomy, yeah.
Yeah, so we're already trading on there. I know we don't have much volume. Most of our, people are in the U.S., I think, but I think this will help a lot with that. And obviously, we've been in a chat for a month now, and we have a lot going on in the background with Biconomy that I think, that'll grow very quickly. But yes, we're currently tradable on your exchange. If that was the question, I think it was about your exchange, right?
Yeah, I think it was more so, but it was already listed. I'm just going over to her. I think it keeps. Just go to. There's a few more. Well, yeah, it seems like there isn't any more questions.
All right, I'm just gonna. I thought I was gonna get this question, but let me just throw this out here. So, back in October, November, Hoge was pumping really high because we had raised 500K for a top 5 exchange. That that was not this leadership or anything like that, but the wording and the way people were announcing stuff, it made it seem like it was a sure thing, when clearly it wasn't, because we did not get listed on that top 5 exchange. Also, as we were going to, Bitcoin dumped on like December 7th and never recovered for now. It's still down, right? But we still have that 500K dedicated to a top 5 exchange in the bank. What other token has 500K just sitting there ready to go? Now, we cannot use that for marketing. We cannot use that for paid devs. We are using that strictly for exchange costs for this top 5 exchange. We are in talks with them, and we just submitted the paperwork on Friday after getting our contract renounced, which was their biggest concern. So we did get that out of the way. I'm not in any way saying we're going to get listed on that, but I know that was a lot of fuzz that was like on Hoge, and it's still there because we still haven't got listed, but that money is safe and secure and being used for its purpose when that purpose comes. So we're working on getting that taken care of. Once that's done, we can free up some money and have some real fun.
That sounds very good, Sam. But it appears there isn't any more. Actually, Boobaloo again. Could you detail the partnership terms with Biconomy?
Partnership terms, so we're just working. We got listed on with you guys. I think you guys are partnered with a couple other exchanges as well that we're looking to get listed on down the road. I know you do NFT work as well, and that's kind of where we're at. We're looking at getting listed on your other exchanges and deal with
and then go from there.
Yep.
But here's that's all the questions we have. But I'd like to say thank you, Sam, and thank you to the Hoge team for joining Biconomy first and also joining this AMA session. So I know how busy you guys actually are, and I'd like to say thank you to the people that have tuned in. But that's all we're going to have for today. Like I said, follow our YouTube channel and tune in for the next AMA session. But yeah, thank you guys.
All right, later guys.